Welcome to a short presentation video on the retrofit solution for MileWide. I am from Luxega and I want to present first of all how we are working with LED inserts and our AI model, which is the first in the world to basically clone existing luminaires, and with that data we are able to manufacture LED inserts that is perfectly fitted into the existing lamp housing. So how we do that, first of all, is that we have a system where we have made the AI model, and that has taken us around 8 months to create, and then we have a rack where we are able to basically scan the existing luminaire. That setup was mainly built for indoor lighting, and we have now built up the system to also manage the outdoor lighting systems, for instance, street lighting. So if we dig a little bit deeper into this setup that we have for the MileWide solution, compatible with the MileWide, we have a LED insert, which is shown right here. We have our own logo because we mainly are focusing on having our own toolings to manufacture the heat sinks. The reason for that is because we also have a partnered software which is also AI generated, where we measure the heat dissipation from the heat sink and also find the junction temperature of each specific LEDs with the help of the AI software. So for that reason, we mainly focus on our own heat sinks. If we look closer, we have a Philips driver, which is quite stable in this situation here. Mostly we only use Philips drivers. We also have Osram drivers and a few other drivers that we purchase for our projects. We attempt to free of charge to add a extra surge protection, which is typically 20 kilowatt protection, and that is why we just want to make sure that small transients and basically things like that in the net will not affect our system. So we really focus on the high warranty. 7 years is the maximum that we bring. This also leads me to say that we have to be sure that nothing happens. So even though that the driver is normally equipped with a surge protection of 5, 7, even 10 kilowatt, then we have an extra surge protection installed. The cables can be a lot of different versions, so we have also different plugs depending on the project. So if there is a need of the exact plug there is in the old luminaire, then we're able to handle that as well. Normally, if the plug is not that old, then we can purchase the plug and are able to install it very fast. Now, this front is shown here. This specific front is a really interesting setup that we have done for a municipality, where they wanted to have a closer look on the biodiversity. With this lens, we are able to have, first of all, the same yellowish light as the sodium lamp that we know from old times and the old cities, that we can implement in most of our LED inserts. Then we also have another thing about that specific lens. It is that it removes basically all the lower wavelength in the blue area, so around the 465 nanometers. We remove a little bit of that peak, and then it makes it possible to use around animals. So in the evening around the forest, this lens is just excellent to use. And even for human beings, it's great as well in some areas if you need that older look, like could be in an old city and so on. So this is one of the versions. Now, there's a lot of different lenses, and what is worth to point out is that through our component suppliers, we're able to basically manage all the roads that, or let's say all the road regulations there is around Europe. And that helps us also to save a lot of time, because if the municipality or the road engineer is able to mention a specific road regulation that we need to meet, then we're able to do that through software. And also, of course, we do the light measurements. We have the LDT IS files from a third-party lighting lab. So that is basically just added to Dialux or Ralux, and then we're able to manage the road regulation through theoretically data. And then we also lastly goes out and do the measurements. That's another story, but for now let's jump back to the MileWide. This one here is basically just installed very simple. You just add it to the front here, and then you just click it down. Sorry about the noise, but that is basically how it works. And then you just have the input, and then you close it again, which means that the installation time for this type of luminaire is very low. We have it is in around 7 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes, and then all is done, which is a great, let's say, situation for both municipalities, governments, because the installation cost is really low compared to installation of a new luminaire, streetlight luminaire. And then you're also able to have, of course, the sustainability involved, which we also help with doing the CO2 impact calculations. And that report will also be shown to the government, the contractor, and all who is involved in this project. So that is just a short introduction of the LED insert. There is comfortable with the Philips MileWide, a great luminaire, which we really find excellent in design, and therefore we want to give it new life. And this is just a great way to do that. And so thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video.